Hey, ladies, it's so good to see you tonight. Well, listen, I brought our Facebook family on with us tonight. We've got about 140,000 on my page. I know that you ladies on Facebook are joining me. They cannot see you tonight. They're on Facebook and you're on Zoom, so I want to let you know they can't see you at all. But real quick, what are macros? Macros are protein, carbs, and fats. And I want you to understand why they matter, ladies. First off, if your macros didn't matter, we wouldn't even be wasting our time. I wouldn't waste your time. I wouldn't be talking to you on the phone about Kendra. Hey, get your protein in. Hey, Sissy today, she heard about her fiber. Get your fiber in. I wouldn't be saying all that stuff. I wouldn't be wasting your time. These things are things that matter, and especially for women over the age of 40. Have you ever wondered, you felt like you're doing all the right things, you're eating clean, you feel like you're eating low carb, most of you. So why aren't you losing weight? Why is my body not changing? How do women get these amazing results that I'm not getting? Well, it's not because you're broken, because ladies, you are not broken, but it's because you're missing something. And you hear little bits and pieces of it online about protein. Protein has become this new phenomenon of, I got to get my protein in, right? We hear it all the time. But I want to tell you, it's not just about more protein. If that was the answer, ladies, all of us eating more protein would just have magical results, right? And that doesn't always happen. So let's talk about the balance behind macros. Why is protein the most important place to start? But we're going to go much further than that. So I want you guys to stick around. We're going to talk about your fiber. Whoa, that's not even a macro. We're going to talk about your carbs. We're going to talk about those beloved fats that everybody thinks they're doing right. All right. So we're going to talk about all that. But first, I want to start with the foundation. The first domino is what I like to call it. Here's the truth. You cannot reshape your body without enough protein. And when you come on at Bod Babes, that's one of the things we go over and over again. You cannot reshape your body without protein, period. If you're not seeing definition, if you're not building muscle, if you're still feeling hungry after meals or your weight keeps yo-yoing, it's almost always coming back to protein. Protein is a builder. It helps you build lean muscle, and that raises your metabolism. How many of you feel like I'm not burning any calories or something? Something is off, right? I have felt that way. So here's what else protein does. It balances your blood sugar. It's part of that. And that helps stop all those cravings. How many of you have had so many cravings? You thought, why am I craving like sugar cookies? Oh my God. Protein balances your blood sugar, stops those cravings. All right. It keeps you full. So you stop snacking every hour. And it tells your body, listen to what it tells your body, that you're safe, that you don't need to store fat. Did you hear that? And for women over the age of 40, it's going to matter even more. Because with every single year that goes by, ladies, you lose muscle unless you actively fight for it. You have to fight to preserve muscle after the age of 40. And muscle it's not just about looks, although it looks beautiful. We all want more muscle tone. One of the things I hear all of you say when you come on at Bod Babes is probably 98% of you, I just need to get toned. I want to get toned. And what that means is you want more muscle, right? And it's good for your metabolism and everything. But every year that goes by, we have to fight to hold on to that muscle. And it's really not just about the looks, ladies, it's about your metabolism. It's about your metabolic engine. And if you're under eating your protein, you're slowing that engine down. And even worse, you might be losing weight, but it's coming from muscle and not fat. And that's why so many women end up smaller, but softer and still frustrated. I have shown you my pictures and videos of after I lost weight and what I look like. I had lost a lot of weight, about 45 pounds. And I put on some shorts that summer and I thought, man, I'm so excited to wear shorts. I hadn't worn them in a long time. We were in the car, Wade was driving somewhere, and it was not a bumpy road. But I just glanced down at my legs and they looked like, and I am not kidding you, my legs look like jello. I thought, do I still have this much fat to lose? See, what had happened was I didn't understand that losing weight, it was not all created equal. What we teach at Bod Babes is how to hold on to muscle and lose body fat. If you get on the shot, the weight loss shot, I want to warn you, if you are not preserving your muscle tissue, 30 to 40% of that weight loss is muscle tissue. And that's scary because when you come off of that shot, guess what happens? Your metabolism is slower than it's ever been. And you're going to gain that weight back. So these are things that you need to understand and know, even if you're on the weight loss shot. It's very important. So you don't want to lose weight and just feel softer and be frustrated and then gain it all back really quick like I did. Because losing muscle is going to slow down how many calories that you burn. And most women tell me when they come up, Bod Babes, I'm pretty sure I'm eating enough protein. I hear it all the time. I eat chicken, I eat eggs, I get enough. But when I look at your actual day, ladies, you're getting usually about 50 to 60 grams of protein a day. And most of that is at dinner time, right? And that is not enough to build muscle or preserve muscle or to balance hormones or to lose fat. It's just not. So at Bod Babes, I'm going to teach you how, and that's what I teach right here, how to eat protein evenly across the day. Because if you just wait for dinner, you're not going to get it in. And most of us have a hard time getting in enough protein at breakfast, correct? Let me see some hands. Y'all know that's true. Y'all know that's true. Breakfast, man, if you don't start your protein early, you're not going to get it in. So that's why I set targets based on your body, not just some generic number, ladies, as we coach you how to hit that protein target. So it has to work for your lifestyle, It has to work for your lifestyle. And so if you're going to hit those protein goals consistently, your body is going to change. Did you hear that? You've got to hit them consistently to see those body changes. And when women finally hit their protein goal, listen what happens. They drop inches, even if the scale doesn't move. How many of you have experienced that? Your waistline getting smaller. You're looking at the scale going, Allie, but the scale didn't move like I wanted it to, but why am I losing inches in my waist? That's why. Your clothes are going to fit better. One thing you're going to stop is binging. You're going to stop binging at 3 p.m. every day, wanting sugar treats. Your workouts are going to get stronger because you're going to build that muscle and you're going to start feeling in control again. So what's next, ladies? This is going to be a lot about our macros tonight, but I want you to hang on. We're going to talk about carbs. Carbs. So many of you come to Bod Babes and you're barely eating any carbs. I know I need to eat less carbs. I hear it all the time. But did you know, and if you've been at Bod Babes very long, I have had to talk so many of you into eating more carbs. You're scared to death of carbs. I went about 5 years, and I don't know if I even touched rice for 5 years. I was scared to death to eat some rice. I was. But carbs are actually one of the most important tools for women over 40. You're going to think I'm crazy until you try it. But here's the thing, but only if you do them right. I'm not talking about donuts. You see the red light on or whatever that light is on at the donut shop. It means that freshly cooked donuts and you want to stop and get you one. Well, Ali said it's good to get carbs. Don't go blaming that crap on me because I didn't say that. I didn't mean donut carbs, ladies. All right. I'm talking about the carbs that we misunderstand. All right. So let's talk about that. We think that carbs equal fat gain, that carbs are going to cause cravings. I should cut them because I got to lose weight. But here's the truth. The right carbs and the right amounts at the right times are the one of the biggest keys to your fat loss, to your hormone health, and your energy, and especially after the age of 40. And all of you here at Bod Babes are over 40. When a woman comes to me on at Bod Babes and she says, I'm exhausted, I'm just inflamed, I'm not sleeping, I'm stuck in this stupid plateau, I don't understand it. Here's the truth. Most of the time, they're not eating enough carbs. You think I'm nuts, but I'm serious. Here's what happens when you cut the carbs too long for too low, ladies. Your metabolism slows down. Your cortisol shoots up. Your thyroid, listen to this. If you don't get enough carbs, your thyroid is going to downshift. Truth. You wonder why there's so many thyroid issues right now? It could be, you might just want to look it up, that we're chronically eating low carb. Whoa. Your muscles are flat. You aren't sleeping good. We think, oh, it's just I'm going through perimenopause and menopause. No, it could also be that you're low carbonate. Your hunger, it ramps up late in the day. You're having all these cravings. See, you were never meant to just live on protein and lettuce. And when you're training hard like we do at Bod Babes and you're walking more like we do at Bod Babes, you need fuel. And that fuel is carbs. Do I eat carbs? Oh, heck, yes, I do. I stayed away from them about 5 years. And every now and then, when I go to get rice, still to this day, after being off of low carb for over 6 or 7 years, I still have that thought as, oh, almost every single time, I don't know if I should eat this rice. I have that feeling, that thought. But listen, I'm not talking about just eating any old carbs. Like I said, I'm not talking about drive-through fries and when the hot light goes on at the donut shop, we want to stop, right? I'm not talking about those kind of carbs. I'm talking about real whole food carbs that support your hormones, that support your goals, like things like jasmine rice. Yeah, I just said rice. How many of you were afraid to eat rice? Let me see those hands. Sweet potatoes, fruit. How many of you have been afraid to eat fruit? I was. Squash, beans, sourdough bread. Ooh, I like some sourdough bread. You will find me eating sourdough bread just about every single day. Quinoa. I have preached against oats, but oats done the right way can be just fine. See, these carbs are going to support your thyroid health. And they're going to help you shuttle protein into your muscles and give you the glycogen you need to build muscle and to burn fat. Here, you have to have the right timing too, because carb placement really matters. Carbs are not the villain, but misdirected carbs really are. But what we do inside Bod Babes is different. We teach you to eat carbs when your body can use them and not store them. And that's why you'll often see carbs built around your workouts, pre and post workout, in your meals earlier in the day to fuel you, or paired with protein to blunt your blood sugar spikes, right? And listen, you don't need to earn your carbs. That's a weird thought. You don't need to earn them. You just need to time them right, like a woman who understands her metabolism. And I want you to hear this part. Too few of carbs equals slowed progress. If you're not losing weight, if you're not sleeping well, or you feel tired all day, don't be surprised if you're just not eating enough of the right carbs. And no carbs at dinner are not evil. They're not. And especially if you have cortisol issues. Woo. You can literally sleep better. You can recover better from workouts. You can lose more body fat by fueling your body properly, ladies. And now we're going to go to the next macro that everybody and their sister thinks they are doing right. They understand it. Fat. I got to eat more healthy fats. I know I need to eat healthy fats, Allie. I'm eating those healthy fats. I had a woman tell me I got to eat some healthy fats because I got to get this from the cellular level. And I'm like, holy mackerel. I agree. But too much of a good thing is also bad. Too much, even of the healthy fats, is too much. I used to put butter in my coffee. I used to take MCT oil every day because I want to make sure I'm getting enough healthy fats. Well, believe me, I was getting enough healthy fats. I really was. I was getting so much that all my progress was stalled. And I didn't understand I was eating so much fats. Boy, I just love chicken. I still love chicken, but I eat it differently now. I used to cook chicken thighs with the skin on and cook them in a small little pan so I can make sure all the fat that was about to drip off stayed actually inside the chicken. I wanted it to just kind of just baste in its own juices right there because that's the way it tasted best. Ooh, I've even poured the fat from the container over the top of the chicken because I need that healthy fat. But listen, fat is the most misunderstood macro of all time, ladies. It really is. It's a macro that everybody tells me I'm doing it right. I got this down. But almost everyone is overdoing it without even knowing it. And no, we do not do low fat at bod babes, but we do balanced fat. You absolutely need fat, especially as a woman over 40. And here's why. You got to have it for your hormone production. Your body, listen to me, if you're going low fat, you're going to jack up your hormones, ladies. Your body literally makes estrogen and progesterone from fat. And what is the thing that drops when you start to go through menopause? Estrogen and progesterone. And we get afraid to eat fat, right? But we need it for our brain health. We need it to absorb, listen, we need it to absorb vitamins A, D, E, and K. And it helps us feel satisfied after our meals. But this is a big but. Listen to me. Too much fat is a major fat loss killer. It adds up really fast. And here's why. Fat is more than double the calories of protein, and it's more than double the calories of carbs. Did you know that? So 1 gram of protein equals 4 calories. 1 gram of carbs equals 4 calories. 1 gram of fat equals 9 calories. That means a handful of nuts or some olive oil, some avocado that I love, some chia seeds, and a little bit of peanut butter that we eat because we need the protein. It's mostly fat. It's mostly fat. Look on the back. I used to say, I need some protein. I'm going to go eat some peanut butter. Well, it's mostly fat. And boom, guess what? You've got an extra 300 to 500 calories without realizing it. I hate to tell my mom, but my mom said, I don't understand why I'm not losing weight. I said, well, Mom, what are you eating? I'm eating really healthy. What are you eating? Well, I'm eating some oats for breakfast. Well, what are you eating with your oats, Mom? That's not too bad. Well, I love walnuts and I know it's such a good healthy fat. I said, well, how much walnuts are you having? Well, about a cup. I said, Mom, do you realize there's 800 calories in a cup of walnuts? I said, there's 800 calories. You're starting your day off with oats and 800 calories of walnuts. She's having a little fruit with that too. So, and, those are not bad foods. It's just too much of a good thing. And guess what? That fat turns into fat again because we're overdoing it. We're getting our calories way too high. When we try to eat clean, we go all in on nuts. Those avocados are so healthy for you. We start adding the coconut oil. Oh my gosh, that cheese is so good. It's low carb. I want to eat that cheese. We put butter in our coffee. We put protein and fat in every single meal, and we wonder why. We're eating the good fat, though. We're eating the ribeye, right? That's what I used to do on keto. I thought, I'm going to eat that ribeye. That ribeye is so good. This is full of protein and it's all that healthy fat. Well, I didn't understand that one ribeye could be, I'm talking not a big ribeye. I'm talking like a regular ribeye is 1,200 calories. 1,200 calories. Oh, we wonder why the scale won't move. And the problem isn't the food, ladies. It's the balance. It's good food, but it's the balance. So what we do here at Bod Babes is we teach you how to eat enough fat for your hormone health, because you need fat, but you don't need so much that it stalls your fat loss and you're getting way too many calories. Because too much fat, even healthy fat, still stores as body fat, especially when you're a woman over 40 and your metabolism is already downshifted from years of all the dieting or the hormone changes. And that's why I give you the right fat target. And that's why we build it into your day strategically. A little avocado here. Sometimes I get so upset because avocado is so good, and the next day it's brown. It just aggravates the crap out of me. So if I'm going to have an avocado, I'm not wasting that sucker. I'm going to eat it for my lunch. I'm going to eat it for my dinner, and that's going to be my healthy fat. So I hate to throw it away. I put some seeds in my salad, some chia seeds because I need the fiber, which we're going to talk about next. Some olive oil on my veggies. I do, but not at every single meal. All right. So those are the macros, but listen, there's one more piece of the puzzle that ties every single thing together. And I preach to each one of you on it. We start out with protein when you're here at Bod Babes, but we take it steps in by steps, and then we get to fiber. And this is where almost every single woman loses it on me, because Americans especially. Now, I have clients across the globe. It's not so bad if you're from Barbados, like Lacia. She can get that fiber in, girl. She's eating all those good, healthy fruits. She's walking on the beach. She just makes me so jealous. She's talking about, I stepped out of the house today, went for a walk on the beach. I'm like, she lives in paradise. Barbados is where she lives. Is absolutely beautiful. But it's easier to get fiber in there. They eat differently than we do in the States. And you know what? Fiber is a total game changer. It ties your macros together. Ladies, we cannot skip it. It is so important. It is your secret weapon. Fiber. What? You mean the stuff that we just talk about to go poo? I go poo fine, Allie. I don't need fiber. I hear that all the time. Why do you want me to eat fiber? Why? I get enough fiber. Do you not know I'm taking, what are those fiber supplements? Name one. Gosh, I don't even know. Anyway, they take them all, right? Psyllium husk, we take it all. We take in the fiber. But listen to me. This piece right here can make or break your results. And I don't mean taking Metamucil at bedtime and calling it a day. I mean understanding your fiber like it's a secret weapon, because ladies, it is. It gets ignored because we all think we got to have it just to go poo. We need to go to the bathroom. But that's not the truth. You know, I used to make fun of, I really didn't make fun of her, but I used to laugh at my grandmother. Oh, this nut, you need to eat them Wheaties. She's got a bran flakes. She was doing all that. She put bran flakes on her ice cream, vanilla ice cream with bran flakes on the top. I was like, Grandma, I got to get that fiber in so I can be regular. We didn't know back then what we know now. Inside Bod Babes, we treat fiber like it is a metabolic accelerator, because you know what? That is what it is. Fiber impacts your fat loss. Listen, your estrogen clearance, your insulin sensitivity. Oh my gosh. So many of you say, I've got insulin issues. You need fiber. You don't necessarily need less carbs. You need the right carbs at the right time, but you got to have fiber. It helps you with your hunger and your cravings, with your gut health. That is your immune system. That's so much more than your immune system. 75% of your immune system is your gut, in your gut. And if you aren't feeding those little good gut bacteria some fiber, they're starving out. And the bad ones take over. Listen to me. You wonder why you're getting sugar cravings because those bad gut bacteria say, give me more of the stuff I need to live on. You're getting bloating, you're getting inflammation, your cholesterol is jacked up, and even our mood. Did you know that our mood is impacted by whether we're getting enough fiber or not? You know why? Because those good little gut bacteria and our brains communicate. And major depression, listen to me, depression and mood swings and brain chemistry is influenced by those good little gut bacteria, and we're not feeding them. We're starving them out. Listen, it's not optional. This one is not optional at all. None of them are, but this one is so important. It's vital. And I need you to hear me. When your fiber is dialed in, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching on Facebook, your blood sugar is going to stay more stable. And you know what that means? Fewer crashes and cravings. Listen, type 2 diabetes, insulin resistance, you need fiber. Ladies and gentlemen, you need to understand your fiber. And it's not just an overall fiber goal. I know Ali said I need to hit 20 grams or 30 grams of fiber. No, you need to break that up per meal and snack. And it needs to be the good fiber, not the stuff you get out of a jar that says fiber, not the highly processed stuff. It needs to be the stuff that is healthy for your body, like the stuff that comes from avocado and blackberries and raspberries and Brussels sprouts and broccoli. There's much more high fiber items than that. Even some Dave's Killer Bread or Ezekiel bread. When you get that fiber in, your insulin's going to stay lower. That's why you want to have it at every single time you eat. Every single time. It's going to make fat burning so much easier. And you're not going to want to have to snack all day just to feel satisfied. But here's the problem. Most women, and this is being generous, because I see your food every single day. Thousands of clients over the last 6 years. I have seen thousands of women over the age of 40, and this is being generous. Most women eat 8 to 10 grams of fiber a day, if that. If that. And in Bod Babes, we aim for 25 to 35 grams a day. Whoa. And we space it across meals and snacks. And it's not easy to get in at first. You're just like, oh my God, how am I going to do this? But listen, if you are watching me and you are not at Bod Babes, I want to warn you, do not start that tomorrow. Ladies here at Bod Babes, you know we don't start that right away. I look at where your fiber is tracking and we start walking it up, right? You go jumping your fiber from 5 or 10 up to 30 or 35, you're going to be in trouble. You're not going to be able to go to the bathroom. You're going to have bloating. You're going to have gas. You're going to feel awful. You're going to get very constipated. So listen to me. You've got to understand what you're doing. But here's the thing. It's a game changer. And listen, you cannot. I had women that were now I'll get my fiber in. They start slamming all their fiber into their breakfast. Well, I had oats with chia seed and blackberries and all, and it sounds wonderful. Great job. But listen, it's too much. If you're getting 15 to 20 grams of fiber in one meal at breakfast, yeah, you're going to get bloated. And here's the thing. You think it sounds great, but your body can't absorb all that. Your blood sugar will still spike and crash in all the rest of the day in those low fiber meals. So don't just think I can just preload it and I'm good. You need to aim for 5 to 8 grams of fiber in your meals after you acclimated to it. You got to walk it up. If you look at your fiber and you wonder, well, why is Ali having me track my food? Because, boy, I'll tell you what, we're learning a lifestyle, not a short-term diet. I want you to change your life here. As a nutritionist, I became a nutritionist because of my health, but mainly because of yours. And that's the truth, man. if there's anything that I want to see, I want to see women that come on at Bod Babes I want to see you get fit and sexy after the age of 40. That's great. But even more than that, when I hear someone like Peggy saying, my blood sugar, she has type 2 diabetes, and she says, my blood sugar has never been this good. She's only been here 6 weeks. Are you kidding me right now? That's why I do what I do. Women with insulin resistance or Hashimoto's start losing weight. Are you kidding me? That's why I do what I do. That's why we don't sell some crash diet here. I understand, ladies, that learning about all this stuff it's hard work. It is. And if it were just to look good in a bikini over the age of 40, man, I had to quit that a long time ago. But it's for your cholesterol. It's to reverse insulin resistance. It's to reverse, you can't completely get rid of type 2 diabetes, but listen to me, you can change it. You can change your life. Get that fiber in. It could look like a veggie-filled scramble for breakfast. Berries and chia seed and some yogurt. Some roasted veggies or a salad with some lunch. Beans or squash at dinner. But listen, every single time you eat, you're either helping your blood sugar and you're helping your gut health or you're hurting it. Every single time. There is no neutral meal, guys. There is no neutral meal. Fiber keeps you in control. And I want you to hear me about this. I have women that come on to Bod Babes with estrogen dominant cancer. Listen to me. For women over 40, this is not your cure, but this is your help. It can help you. Fiber does something very critical. It will help you remove excess estrogen through your bowels. Did you know that? And if you don't get enough fiber, estrogen gets reabsorbed into your gut and it recirculates. And for some of us over 40, that can be a huge issue. And even if you don't get cancer or something like that, here's what that means. More belly fat. How many of us are tired of belly fat, right? That is your number one concern when you come on a Bod Babes. If you want to get rid of belly fat, girlfriend, you have got to get your fiber right. When you get your fiber right, your body might need to acclimate. It sure will have to acclimate. You'll get rid of bloating. You'll get rid of all the mood swings. Whoa, did you hear me? I just thought I was crazy because I was going through menopause. Girl, it could be you're not getting your fiber. So listen, get your fiber in. Maybe you'll feel better. Maybe everybody will like you better, right? Heavy periods. Listen to me. Get your fiber in. Seriously. Stalled progress. Could be because you're not getting your fiber in. Your gut is one of your main detox pathways. And fiber is the broom that sweeps out all those excess hormones, all that stuff we put in our body. You know, we eat the food with all the crap in it, and we call it health food. But that fiber, it helps clean that crap out. If we don't have a broom like the fiber, then guess what? We have no way to detox. Your progress will halt. Why? Why? I like to think of it like this. When we go to try to lose fat, did you know that those fat cells hold toxins? We are storing toxins that our body does not know how to deal with in our fat cells. And you come on here and you lose weight. We cut calories and we don't have our fiber in on point. And your body says, halt. Why? Because you're continuing to take in toxins in the food that you eat, especially in America. Eeh. And then we've got fat-filled cells with toxins. And our body knows that when it releases that fat, guess what's going to happen? Our toxicity is going to raise. It's got to reintroduce those toxins into our body. So why does it not want to let you lose body fat? Because you've got toxins already It doesn't want to reintroduce more. You get that fiber in, your body is trying to protect you by not letting you lose fat sometimes. Get that fiber in and watch your body, that real fiber at every meal. Watch your body detox and then watch your body let go of that stored body fat. Is it going to be fast? Oh, girl, I wish it was much faster. Over the age of 40, it's slow. You got to make it a lifestyle. Your gut is the command center of your body. And those good gut bacteria in your gut, they feed on fiber. And if you're not giving it to them, ladies, your digestion's going to slow, your bloating increases, inflammation is going to rise. How many of you say, I just know I have inflammation? Fiber has been low. Get it up. Your immune system weakens. Your cravings for sugar and junk food just get louder. But fiber is fuel for the good guys in your gut. And if your gut is inflamed, listen to me, it doesn't matter how perfect your macros are, your protein, carbs, and fats, you're not going to absorb what you're eating. Did you hear that? If your gut is inflamed, it doesn't matter how perfect your macros are, you won't absorb what you're eating. So then we wonder why we ask for protein in every meal. Wonder why Allie says carbs, gram, and fat limits. Why is Allie always asking me about fiber? Well, it's not just to track it. It's not just for more work for you. It's not just to hit some stupid, crazy number just because I feel better about it. No, it's because every single one of those details moves a needle for your metabolism, for your hormones and your results. You're here to learn. You've got to track it so you can understand how to make it a lifestyle. At Bod Babes, we are not quick fix girls. We are girls who want to learn about our health, our bodies. We want to see our grandchildren healthy. We want to feed our children and our husbands good food. We don't guess around here. We don't do lazy macros around here at Bod Babes. We teach women to fuel their bodies with precision and on purpose. So if you've ever thought, does it really matter? Can I just eat healthy and shut down my calories and hope for the best? Well, have you tried that? Because if you're over 40, sometimes that doesn't even work. I got women coming on the shot. They're coming off the shot 400 or 500 calories a day. I put them on 12 or 1400 calories. They start gaining weight. One lady's about 6 foot tall, and I give her 1400 calories a day. She gained 7 pounds. She'd been on the weight loss shot, lost 75 pounds, but at least 40 of that, 38 to 40 probably was muscle tissue. So what did that do? It slowed her metabolism. She couldn't lose any more weight. Her body was trying to protect her. So why do I care about macros? I want to see you healthy again. I want to see you strong again. I want you to understand that these fad diets and all this crazy stuff is going to mess you up. It's jacked me up. I want you to see your metabolism rebuilt. I want you to help balance your hormones by what you eat. Did you understand that? You can do that. This is how we reshape our bodies. And women tell me, well, I had a woman tell me last week, I put up pictures of some of you clients. And this lady says, well, they've had makeovers of mommy makeovers. So I said, not a darn one of those things that had a mommy makeover. I had Facebook ad. I put out a Facebook ad. And you know what Facebook told me? They banned my ad because I had a picture of 3 women, my clients. They look amazing over the age of 40, most of them over the age of 50. And Facebook said I couldn't put that up because it wasn't typical results. I kid you not. What we do at Bod Babes is not typical. It's not easy. Most people like you all they're not willing to put in the work you ladies put in. But this is how you stop starting over. This is how you understand what your body actually needs. So I want you to start with consistency over perfection. First of all, hit your protein and balance your meals. Learn to eat your carbs. I got videos out there. Track your fiber and trust the process, ladies, because this process, it works. And I hope that you understand why I'm asking so much of you. I want you to have the best the best of the best results. I want you to look like the bomb.com. I know that's why I'm really outdated now, aren't I? I always say off the chain in front of my kids, and they're like, oh God, I wanted to be off the chain. Like, oh God, Mom, what year were you born? 1967. But I want you ladies to get the best results here, have the best experience, and see not just your body change, but your life change, your health change, even your family's health change. Make those coaching calls, and I will personally talk to you next week.